Welcome back to Schmattz Outdoors, everyone. We're just getting ready to go. I'm running just a little behind. I still didn't go check the ones on our land here, but we're gonna leave those till the end of the day. I feel like wormed over death this morning. I did not sleep well. I was up tossing and turning all night. It's gonna be a long day out on the line. Like I said, I don't feel good at all, so I'm not gonna lie, out of all the days, I kind of hope I blank out today. Yeah, so nothing really changed in the truck. I'm pretty much ready to go. The only thing that I'm gonna do today is we're pulling the beaver sets. So we're gonna find out whether the beaver beat me or if I finally tricked the dirty bugger. So, and I'm kind of thinking the first is what's gonna happen, but you know, I got hope. Got traps there, you just never know. Might trick him into doing something that he doesn't want to do. So, but yeah, so we're gonna pull the beaver sets. It's gonna shave quite a bit, a pretty decent loop off of my line. So it should make the line go a little bit quicker here the next few days. With deer season starting and everything else, I didn't want to be running around that far. So I think that's about it. Everything, like I said, we're gonna run status quo. We're gonna plow through the line the best I can. Like I said, I'm not feeling good, so I got plenty of water in the truck and some electrical lights and whatever else. So we're gonna do the best I can running through the line, and got to get everything checked regardless of how I feel. So we're gonna power through as quickly as I can. That's kind of the plan. We're gonna run quick through the line. All right, I guess that's about all I got. Yeah, we're gonna pull the beaver sets. Otherwise, I think we're ready to go. Well, let's get out on the line. All right, guys, the audio for this clip didn't record, so we're gonna try and narrate it the best I can here. This is a spot that a couple days ago I had got a great big raccoon, and I had been out here the day before and remade this set because it was set off. But yeah, this is the first time in like 10 years I have in this set out here that I ever had that I caught a canine out here. What it is a great big draw system, or a draw system that runs just to the west of where this set is. Yeah, got a pretty nice looking coyote here. Caught in a Duke number 4 coil trap. I don't have too many of them out, but I do use a few of them. I'm showing there where how I drive out there. And I looked and with the binos, and I just looked like something was off with this set. So when in doubt, drive out. So I decided to drive out there, and sure enough, I got to the kind of a corner in the grass over there and could see this coyote sitting there just looking at me plain as day. Yeah, so it's a little surprising to make a catch out here. I definitely was not feeling good that day, so it just kind of added insult to injury. This log that's laying in the front, I do not know where that coyote got that log. Obviously, he had chewed on it. The raccoon I had caught in here a couple days prior to this had not chewed on this log, so I don't know where the log come from. I mean, obviously, it was back in the brush or in the grass here, but he got her out of there and chewed it up pretty good. Sometimes having something just to keep them content keeps them from fighting your trap, too, because you can see this set is not tore up hardly at all. But yeah, first catch of the day. Glad to have him. Nice big coyote just sitting here. Yeah, this was a wheat field out here. I don't trap on too many wheat fields because not too many farmers use or plant any wheat anymore. But yeah, like I said, just kind of an odd catch for me on a day I wasn't feeling well. Well, that certainly isn't a mink. So I'm by this bigger slough. Yesterday I had a double in my muskrat traps, but I actually had a muskrat in my mink set. Yeah, that was partially ate, and I figured it was a mink, but well, it still may have been a mink. But today I got myself an absolutely tiny raccoon. Again, he may be one of the smallest ones I've caught. He is small, tiny. So we'll get him out of there, see if I can get my mink set remade here. Unfortunately, I mean, he pretty well destroyed it the way it looks, but we'll see. We'll get him out of here, get moved on. Well, we're way behind on the muskrat catch, you know, because it's like yesterday where I had the raccoon, I had 3 there. I haven't had a muskrat yet. The whole first slew, the first 8 sets were empty too, but finally got one here. Not a real big guy, but finally got one. And that set there is still working, so we'll get this guy out of here and be on our way. All right, we're to the next slew here. All the sets on the other side of the road are still working. My mink set over this way is still working. That foothold there is still working, but that is the telltale sign of a floating muskrat. Again, not the hugest muskrat in the world, but a muskrat nonetheless, so we'll get him out of here, get moved on. So I got a float halfway down here and then sets down on the other end, so. All right, we're down to the other end of the same slough here. The set's behind me, the 110 was set off with nothing in it. But I could see a floater right here in my 110. Again, not a very big rat, but a rat nonetheless. And then my foothold here, my sugar beet's like half ate and my carrot is gone. But we got Mr. Muskrat. So get these 2 remade quick and move on. Well, that don't happen very often, but there literally was a muskrat like right here by this fence post when I poked my head through the cattails there. But this set here, the trap is just set off. My whole pole looks like it's leaning over funny, but the trap is just set off. I think that might be like the first one that's set off with nothing in it, like that all season, but at least a foothold anyway. But we got ourselves a nice muskrat. It's not that little, it's a decent size, so instead of a double here like I have been getting, we got a set off trap and a single. So we'll get him out of here. We'll get this trap reset and I stake standing here a little better and we'll be on our way. All right, guys, we're to this little slough. So we got a little finger, not little slough, we got the slough. The big part of it's over there. The colony trap and my sets over there are still working. The 110 that's right in front of the culvert over here is still working, but my trap is missing and the carrot's gone. On my foothold over here. That's typically a pretty good sign that you got yourself a muskrat. So I don't think this set here has been touched the whole time it's been here. So this is like the 5th check I think now. And I don't think it's been touched the entire time. So made a catch today. We'll get him out of there, get the set remade, move on. We got the floats and stuff down here still to check. All right, I'm to the next set here. We got the float right out in front of me here. Again, kind of where it opens up to this bigger slough here, or the bigger part of the slough. And I can see my trap is missing over here. And the float's kind of floating funky. Oh, we got a big muskrat too. Big guy. All right, we'll get him out of there, get this one remade. And then over here across the road, I got another float and a couple other sets over there. Well, I'm just across the road. I got 2 sets on the other side of this approach and a mink set over there. All of them are still working. But I can see my float is missing a trap. Get my arm untangled out of the cattails here. And bingo bango, there's a muskrat in the float again. So, yeah, floats are definitely holding their own. I mean, the muskrats have been up here chewing on this chunk of sugar beet, but still catching them. So, if another one was up here chewing on it, I have that trap, or I have, I'll reset this one, and you never know, I'll have one waiting here tomorrow. Not real sure if the little bit colder weather last night kind of shut the rat movement down or what, but I got a lot of sets just sitting there working. They ain't even set off or nothing funny. But we're down in the same slough, so I have a float on here. I just had the muskrat, the float on the opposite side. But both of these appear to be set off. There's a muskrat in that one. And there is a muskrat in that one, so we ended up with the double here. But yeah, our catch rate is probably almost half of what it has been, but either way, we'll get these two remade and keep moving on. We got plenty more sets to check. All right, I'm to this bigger slough here again. The sets on the other side of the road where they kind of have the hut pushed up on the bank or whatever they're doing over there, we're both working today. But on this side, I see I have a double. There's a floater right here and a floater right there. Not the biggest muskrats in the world, but you catch what you catch. Yeah, that one's pretty little, but all right, we'll get these two remade, and we got a bunch more sets down here. All right, so same slough, we're by this big culvert here. My mink set over there is still working. That 110 is set off, but I actually swapped it with nothing in it, and I swapped that trap out here a few days ago because it was kept being set off without anything in there. But my foothole's got one in there today. My carrot's gone. That's usually a good indicator that you got something caught. And then on this side of the road, we got my float over here. I almost think the wind is picking up. It wasn't too bad earlier, but now it seems like it's getting windier and windier all the time here. Let's move the float over here a little closer so I can reach. Feels heavy. Yeah. There you go, got a pretty decent sized muskrat there. So ended up with two here again. So we'll get all these sets, this one and the two over there. I need to do something with that conibear. Like I said, I replaced it with a different one here a couple days ago, but still set off with nothing in it. All right, I'm down to the last sets in this slough, and I'm pretty sure I can see it. Ooh, some spoonbills just took off right here. Pretty sure I can see a double out here. This one here looks like a big one. Oh yeah, it's a pretty good sized muskrat there. And then over here, we got ourselves a little smaller one, and it's still a decent size. Caught by both front feet, so. All right, that makes 6 out of this slough here. We'll get these two remade and be on our way to the next slough. All right, we're to the next slough here. Yesterday, I think I only had one out of these 4 sets, which was kind of a rarity. I had been doing doubles on pretty much, and then have sets over there too. But today, I see we got one there. And I can see there's one floating right here. Makes a double out of these two. And just looking over there, it almost looks like we got a double over there too. So we'll get these two remade, and then we'll go check those over there. All right, so I just had the double right over there. And like I said, I could see that I had a double here. I got one here, and I got one here. This one here hung up on the bracket, apparently. So we'll get him out of there. Get him out of there, remake him, and move on. So 4 for 4 in this swoop. I think I only had 1 for 4 yesterday. So, you know, you just never know. Like I said, the catch rate is down just a little bit today, but it's catching right back up again. So, all right, let's get these two out of here and move on. All right, I'm to the next little slough here. I only got just the 2 sets in here, but it's interesting that my bait is gone off of this pole over here again. I almost think that's like second time in 3 days or something. My bait was gone, but the trap is still right here, still set. But my 110 here is set off. There you go. So at least I got one here. Looks like I lost my bait here too, so we're gonna have to rebait both of these. I'm gonna lift my bait up a little higher on that trap and check the trap, just make sure that it's actually can go off, and don't like that they're stealing my bait without me catching any of them. Well, all right guys, we're to this abandoned skunk yard. Abandoned farmyard. Ugh. We got ourselves a stinker right here, caught in this 160 again, where it looked like they're going in and out from underneath this old greenery here. I'm pretty sure this is like this 8th skunk out of this yard, or 7th skunk out of the yard here itself this year. And then I caught one in a coyote set back there, I don't know, week and a half ago. So, but yeah, we'll get that guy out of there. He's right here. There's a skunk caught in that 160 coming out from underneath there, but they can go in over here too. So just didn't have a good spot over there for a conibear. So, all right, we'll get him out of here. Keep on moving. It sort of works out nice because I have a pretty hefty, well, not hefty, but I got quite a few land sets to begin with to check, you know, before I get to the first sloughs. And then now I've been checking sloughs for the last hour and a half or whatever it's been, 2 hours. It's kind of nice to get back to just checking a few land sets again. I do have one slough coming up here, but then I have like 20 land sets again, all right in a row. It's just kind of nice to get a little break, change it up a little bit. So my line is actually set up kind of nice that way, that it goes from land trapping to water trapping, back to land trapping, and then right at the end, and then there's some more water trapping again. There's like 4 or 5 sloughs right in a row, and then there's a whole stretch of land traps going back home. So nice for a little variety, I guess, rather than having be doing water trapping all day, every day. It's nice to have a few land sets mixed in, except for I don't really want the skunk. We'll get him out of there, keep on moving. All right, we're to the next slough here. So we got this bigger slough. There's a culvert goes under the road here. I've been catching muskrats where they've been plugging the culvert on this end, but there's nothing in there today. Over here though, I have a mink set, a portable pocket right here. But right there's a muskrat caught in it. Looks like a decent sized muskrat. And then over here on this side of the culvert, again, we got a couple trail sets. There's one right here, and there's one right there, but this one right here has a muskrat in it. So we'll get him out of there, get that one out of my mink set, and keep moving on. Well, this is perfect timing. So I was just checking some sets up around this yard up here. I've caught, you know, some raccoons and possums in that yard. But out here, right on the corner, there's a culvert goes under the road, and then it goes, you know, obviously over here down towards the slough. And I was thinking while I was in that yard, you know, I'm going to pull this set today because I don't want, like, everybody driving by on that road or this road can clearly see if I got a raccoon caught. Just like that guy. So I was actually already planning on pulling this set, and sure enough I pull up and bingo, I got a catch. So second raccoon I've caught in this set. I damn near pulled it the first time I had one in here because, again, the animal is right out in the wide open here. Everybody and their brother can see. So this is interesting. So my golf ball, there's one golf ball there, but I see over here, there looks like a golf ball right here too. So I wonder if I lost the one when I had the first catch. But either way, yeah, we're going to get this guy out of here. We're going to pull this set today. Because like I said, tomorrow's Friday, and then the next few days is deer season. So everybody be driving around. And this is a pretty, heavily traveled intersection here. So like I said, kind of out of sight, out of mind for everyone. So like I said, we'll get him out of there. It looks like a real nice, well-furred raccoon. So we'll get him out of there, pull the set, and move on. I got right down here in this little slough is where I have the muskrat trail sets, and then I got that mink set in there that I keep catching muskrats in. So we'll get this guy out of there and we'll go check them. All right, I am to the next slough right there that been catching the muskrats in the trail sets. Right down in there, you can see I got myself a muskrat. Pull him out of here so you can see him. Nice big muskrat. Again, these trail sets seem like I catch a bigger size on average. But over here, I'm pretty confident that we probably had a raccoon caught in my mink set here. Because the muskrats and whatever could only get half that far out, so there's nothing in my trap, no blood or anything on there. I looked at it, it was weighing kind of over this way. I guess I didn't even look at this one here. Yeah, that one's just set off, which is no big surprise. I'm guessing whatever got caught over here got far enough over here you could get that one. So, all right, it's gonna take a minute. So the set's been set for 3 days, and it had 3 catches in there, but I got to pull out today. So we'll get all 3 of these kind of reworked. This trail set here probably isn't going to be real great anymore because they, whatever it was, tore the cattails all up. But all right, silly raccoons. I don't know. Again, I mentioned it before. I don't like trapping raccoons around sloughs because you catch a lot of little ones, and I would have to assume that's what happened here. So, all right, we'll get this remade and move on. All right, everyone, I am back behind the new place again. I got one coyote set up over here that hasn't been messed with the entire time. This is the second coyote in this set, and we had 2 raccoons in here. Had a little raccoon, I don't know, like 3 checks ago, 4 checks ago or something like that, but pretty good size looking dog. Fur looks okay. He's darker colored than some of them, but I am just fatigued. Took me like 5 minutes just to convince myself to get out of the truck to come out and take care of this guy. So we're going to try and do it as quick as I can here, get him out of there, get the set remade, get back in the truck where it's warm because I'm cold. All right, I am to the exact next set. So back over here, kind of right off over this way is where I just had that coyote. I got this kind of blind set sitting in here, 330. Yesterday I had a mink in here. Today I got a muskrat. All right, so we'll get him out of there and keep on moving. I am cold. Well, we're down to the beaver sets and the beaver one. My 330 right down in here is set off with nothing in it. A couple days ago over here, I'd added a new set in there. Yesterday it was just set off, basically laying right there. And over on this side, And I'm not even gonna walk down there with you guys, but there's a muskrat in my beaver set over here, so it's hard to catch the beaver when the muskrat's plugging it up. So we're gonna get all this gear picked up and get out of here, get back in the truck where it's warm. All right, guys, we're a little ways down the line since I last turned you on. We're by this bigger slough. I got the colony traps down here. So in order to speed things up and keep me out of the wind as much as possible here, I checked everything, and we're just gonna show you the catches. So I got one muskrat here and one here. They were caught in two of the colony traps, one in each one. This great big guy was caught in the foothold over here on this side of the road. And this big guy was caught in my mink set right over here. So, all right, the last slough, we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna check them all, and then I'll show you the catches at the end. Damn them raccoons. There's a third pocket today that's been plugged up with a raccoon. You can see my set is just destroyed. Right out here is the floating raccoon. He's right here. Looks like a pretty decent sized one, honestly, but we're gonna end up just pulling the pocket and going for today. I'm not gonna worry about trying to reset it. I don't know if a mink's gonna come back and inside of this catch circle anyway, so that's the third one today. 2 catches and 1 pull out, so, and I had 1 muskrat and a mink set too, so. All right, like I said, he's floating right there. We're gonna pull it in from up here. As long as I have you on, we'll quick show you. So I got this muskrat here laying on the back of the truck. I caught him right out here in the conibear. And then this muskrat right here, a nice big one, I caught in the conibear set over here in the corner. So 2 muskrats and a raccoon. Well, so much for a slow day out on the line today. The longer I go, the worse and worse I feel, and the more and more fur I pick up. All right, we're back behind this back behind this farmyard. They got some pasture back here. I just had a coyote set right on the end of this fence row here, kind of behind my truck. There's none. So I figured if he was running on either side, and then I tried to drive past a ways to give him a nice place to walk, but all right. We're gonna get this noisy bugger out of here and get home. I'm utterly exhausted. I don't know how well you can even see him because he's in the shadow, but coyote right here, pretty nice looking one. He's got a few birds in his back the way it looks. All right, I am done with that. We're gonna get him out of there and get the set remade and get out of here. Why not just add insult to injury? Literally today. Yeah, we're down to this set and 1 more set left. I thought I was gonna make her home pretty clean here at the end, but apparently not. I had a badger caught in this set, I don't know, a week ago almost. But today I got a fox in there, a nice big red fox. 3rd one of the year. That's usually about what I figure average for me to get every year, so I can quit catching them now. Right. Yeah, I don't know. I said it when I left. I was hoping for a slow day on the line, but I've got anything but that. And I got a lot of work ahead of me once I get home here, so my body is just utter exhausted. I can't hardly get out of my truck, much less do anything else. So this guy's almost got the badger had dug back over this way, but this guy's almost got worse of a excavation than that badger had, to be quite honest with you. He's been going at it. So we're gonna have to get part of that mound kind of scraped down this way and fill in this hole some. All right. We'll get him out of there. Like I said, I only got 1 more set before I get home, and then I got the 2 on our land, so we'll see. All right, I'm home. Thank gosh. I just went in and I actually took about an hour nap. I feel some better. I don't know that I feel great, but I feel some better, so I don't have all day to be sleeping. We got to get going. So we're going to give you a quick rundown of the catch for today, and then we're going to get after it. So we ended up with 3 coyotes. We got 1, 2, and there's a third one right in here. There's 3 raccoons. There's one there, one there. So this one was caught in the mink set. That one was caught in the dog proof that I pulled today. And then the last one is hanging out over here, just kind of drip drying. There's a skunk over there right here in the bag. We're not going to deal with him tonight. Yeah, like I said, on a day that I wanted a kind of slow run through the line, a guy could have used, 1 coyote total all day. It would have been good the way I feels, but of course that's never how it's going to work. So yeah, so the first coyote there I caught out by that ditch, and I don't know that I've ever caught a canine out there, so it was a little surprising to see him. I had to double take a couple times, and I moved and I looked again. I'm like, oh, that sure looks like a coyote out there, and sure enough it was. This is the second one that was caught behind that house, the new sets for this year. Again, a good sized dog. And then this was the last one that I caught back behind the farm place. Again, I only put that set back there about every other year. And since I run the landline for so long before I put water sets out, I thought, well, we'll go put that set back there. And yeah, it catches like 1 coyote a year. And of course, today had to be the day that it catches the 1 coyote of the year. Not saying that set won't produce again, but, And then we got a nice big fox just about home that hit a badger set, and that set was pretty tore up from the badger, but then this guy almost did a worse job to the set. Wasn't too bad getting it all back made, but I had to move a bunch of dirt around to get it back working again. Yeah, and then we got all these little guys. Catches down just a little bit. So over there they go up there, and then just down here. So there's 15 of them on that side, and there's 17 on this side. So only 32 today, so I sort of got my wish. The water line was a little bit slower. I don't know. We'll have to decide here in the next few days how I feel more than anything, how long I leave those water sets out. So I think that puts me over 200 now, 203. That's a pretty fair number, like I said, for the number of checks I've been running. My goal was 301, so we'll see if I make it there. Even if I pull a bunch of the line, I'd leave a few that I can still get at, or ones that I'm driving by every day anyway, and I can get at without wearing waders all the time. So a guy could keep picking up a few here or there, even if I pulled the whole line. So, and the thing is, like tomorrow, if I pulled the whole line, you're probably going to have this many tomorrow when I'm pulling the line. So you're going to have, 30 more, maybe even more than that even. So yeah, like I said, a heck of a day out on the line again. This season just been crazy to me. The animal populations are very healthy, let's put it that way. All right. I did pull the beaver sets. Beaver 1, the 330 was set off with nothing in it today. The 1 foothold had a muskrat in there, and the other foothold was still working. So that beaver, I'm pretty sure there's 1 in there, at least for sure, and he definitely got the better of me. I'll be the first to admit it. I don't know. We'll see, like next year, if a guy goes down there and sees if there's sign in there again, I may try to set up on him again, but I am done messing with him for this year. So yeah, like I said, a pretty good day. Got muskrats, we got more muskrats, coyotes and fox, and raccoons. So pretty much every day, any raccoon that I catch is going to be a new personal best for me in a season. So I'm at 45 now with the 3 today, and I don't want to be catching them in my mink sets. I'm so frustrated with that, because even that one was drowned, went down the drowning wire, but he absolutely destroyed the set before he did that. The first one destroyed all the cattails that my set was there, or set was kind of under. It took me quite a while even to dig the cattails out enough to even find my set. So I reset that one. I don't know with all the raccoon smell there if a mink is gonna mess with it or not, but I don't know. Stupid raccoons. Honestly, I just kind of done catching them. I've been catching so many young of the year ones, you know, it's just ridiculous that, you know, good. They're not worth all that much. I'd rather they grow up another year and then catch them next year, but. All right, with all that said, let's get skinning. I appreciate you guys riding around on the line with me again. We'll see you out on the line tomorrow.